for those of us who are currently in the higher education system or who have been in the higher education system, we have all asked the same question. Why is college so expensive? As my first year in college, I have also asked this question specifically many times. And it only being my first semester, I decided to do my research into what has caused this problem and why have we gotten to this point. In my research, I found some very interesting things. So let me put this in perspective for you. 42 million Americans currently have student loan debt totaling $1.3 trillion. That's a lot. And that's a problem. We need to solve this problem. And from our research, I have concluded that a solution may be getting rid of the government or cutting them out of the equation of college and of higher education. So in this speech, I hope to explain how and why we have gotten to where we are today, and then elaborate on my reasoning or my solution to this problem. All right, so first, how did we get here? Well, before 1972, students could get government loans, but they were very rare and supplies were limited. So because of this, the government wanted to help more students and help them go to college. So what made the problem into what we have today is when Sallie Mae, a government-affiliated corporation, became involved. They started popularizing student loans, they started helping others, and getting as many students as possible student loans because they wanted as many people as possible going to college. And loans are very accessible. Loans were just given out to everyone. So why did they do this? Why did this all start? Well, like I said earlier, they wanted to help students get to college, and they wanted to create a market for student loans. The problem arose, however, when Sallie Mae, the government-affiliated company, was made privatized. Or in other words, they were no longer being monitored by the government, or they were allowed like free reins. When this happened, their primary goals changed from wanting to help students go to college and be able to afford it and everything will be great, to making a profit. This greed and this goal of making a profit turned these student loans into something that caused students to be in debt for their entire lives. They almost forced every school to only do these private loans through Sallie Mae and through the government, and almost completely monopolized all student loans. In 2010, though, Obama got rid of the middlemen when it came to student loans. So Sallie Mae was cut out of the equation. However, federal loans were still a thing. And federal loans in itself are like a constant money flow for these colleges. And therefore, the prices of tuition are continually rising. And these loans are given away without any scrutiny. So, what can be done? What is the solution to this? I believe that we must cut out the government. While politicians like Biden want to forgive student debt, this will only give more opportunity for colleges to raise tuition. The government to them is like an endless stream of money. Cutting them off will force them to lower costs. Some say that the government and federal loans are helping a tremendous amount. But that tremendous amount is adding to trillions of dollars in debt, like I said. And getting rid of the government will, like I said, force the colleges to lower their costs, therefore making it more affordable. Also, in doing this, the loan market will also become more responsible because the loans coming from the government, who are very limited in how they how strict they can be on giving out these loans, and private banks can give out these student loans, which will help people be more responsible, and there'll be more background checks, and it'll just be better for everyone. This will also help students be more hardworking and help them be more responsible in them and themselves. So in the end, it's a win-win situation. On top of that, colleges can also provide solutions to, or their own kind of loans. Or in other words, they can, instead of giving out money, they can have the students maybe work for them or do an internship with the college that'll help the students in learning more about their work field, but also it's a win-win situation in that the student isn't really paying student loans, but is just working for the college. There's plenty of positive outcomes from cutting out the government, and I feel like it would lead us down a road in which more people will actually go to college, and there will be less consequences to going to college, because right now there is trillions of dollars in debt. And I feel like if we continue down that road, it is only going to increase. But if we get rid of the government, that debt will go down because we'll be more responsible and we will be lowering the costs of college, because the colleges won't have this endless supply of money that the government is feeding us, which this endless supply of money is good for the colleges in that they can keep growing and they can keep doing all other things. However, it is hurting the students more than anything. They are stuck in debt for a lifetime because of these student loans. So we must alleviate these tremendous costs so that way us Americans can live on and live the American dream. So we talked about the explosion of government-sponsored loans to students and it leading to enormous combined student debt. The reasoning was sound in the beginning, but then led to the greed of profit. This is why it has become a problem. But to every problem, there is a solution. And I believe that solution is cutting the government out of the equation completely. And like I said, the cost of higher education has been blown out of proportion, and something must be done about it. So let us not concede to the high costs and submit ourselves to a lifetime of debt, but rather come together and erect change. My name's Wes, and thank you for listening.